The story continues with Goku wandering off into Bulma's laboratory. Upon seeing Bulma he said, "Hi Bulma. What are you up to?" A cheering Bulma responds to Goku by saying, "Goku, what brings you here today?" "I have a favor to ask you," said Goku. "I broke Gohan's computer and I'm sure I don't have to tell you how cheat she can be. I was wondering if you could fix it for me." Bulma agreed as she knew fixing something like a computer is trivial to her. She said, "Of course. Put it on the table, I'll get on it soon." A carefree Goku simply strolls over and rests the computer on the table. But before leaving, Goku felt a slight hunger and asked Bulma if she had anything to eat, as he was starting to feel a bit hungry. Unsurprisingly, Bulma had expected this from Goku. She responded, "Geez Goku, you came here to visit us or you only came for the food? In any case, you are right on time, we are about to eat soon." Goku was happy after hearing what Bulma had said and he waited. After a few minutes had passed, Goku got curious and asked Bulma what she was doing. Bulma was very busy, as we can see her working on some type of device. She said, "I'm working on my new invention, it's called a dimension machine." Goku got curious as he asked, "What is it for?" Bulma got angry at Goku's many questions and said, "It does dimension stuff," as she too didn't know what it does. She only saw it in a movie and was inspired to make one. She yelled, "Go bug someone else, Vegeta's upstairs training." Goku didn't want to anger Bulma as he didn't want her to change her mind about the food, so Goku quickly teleported into Vegeta's training room. Vegeta was glad to see Goku as he wanted to spar with him. They both spar for a while before Bulma calls Goku back downstairs. With that, Goku teleports back in the room where he had last met Bulma. When he arrived he realized that Bulma was in the shower. She responded, "Goku, I've already fixed your computer, it's beside my dimension device. It plugged in, so simple, plug it out and go eat the food left by the cook in the kitchen." Goku was confused as he was unsure of which plug to pull. He said, "I think it's this one." Goku had pulled the wrong plug and the machine was starting to light up. It sparkles and it starts to emanate a light and aura. Goku was nervous as he thought he had damaged Bulma's device. Goku was confused and he didn't know what he had done, but before he could do anything, he had transported himself to somewhere foreign. "Where am I?" said Goku. "I don't recognize this place." Goku had placed 2 fingers on his forehead trying to locate the keys of the Z fighters, but to his surprise he couldn't locate them anywhere. He said to himself, "What? Where could everyone be?" He began to call out Flying Nimbus. Surprisingly, it too didn't show up. He said, "This is weird, it usually finds me wherever I am, I'll just ask around." Goku wanders around as he didn't once suspect that he could be in another universe. From a distance, we see 2 members of the Akatsuki, Kakuzu and Hidan. Softly Hidan speaks, "Kakuzu, can I have the next prey?" "No," said Kakuzu, "you stupid ceremony takes too much time, so just shut up, I don't want to talk." Hidan and Kakuzu continued to argue for a while, but they had come to a complete stop after sensing something with a huge amount of chakra heading in their direction. "What a weird chakra," said Hidan. Picking up that the target was close by, both warriors throw kunais into the direction of Goku, but to their surprise Goku had effortlessly caught each one. Both Hidan and Kakuzu were shocked at the fact that Goku had caught the kunais with his bare hand. A clueless Goku responded, "Sorry to bother you, but I think you dropped these," with a smile on his face. Both warriors were baffled as they couldn't anticipate Goku's speed. Kakuzu said, "How is that possible? A Genjutsu?" "Yes. We must be trapped in a Genjutsu. This is the only explanation. No one is blessed with such speed." Feeling as if he is trapped in a Genjutsu, Kakuzu began to inflict self-harm in order to snap out of it. Hidan, being stupid as he is, said yes. This totally makes sense, proceeding to pierce himself in the stomach. Goku looked on in confusion as he didn't understand what these 2 fellows were doing. He said, "I was hoping to ask them for directions, but these people are really weird." Witnessing that, Goku left in search of home. Goku had picked up traces of faint life forces and decided to teleport where he had sensed it. Upon arriving, Goku realized that it was a village, but as he tried to enter he was stopped by ninjas of the Hidden Leaf. They said, "Halt! Who are you and where is your pass, sir?" A confused Goku responded, "A pass? I don't know what you mean. I'm just trying to get something to eat before searching for Satan City. Okay, is this man thoughtless, or he might just be a very lame spy? I'm sorry, but movement within the village without a pass is prohibited, said one of the guards. Goku was confused, so he had made up his mind to just head home, but he still didn't know where he was, so he proceeded to ask the guards a question. Out of nowhere the guards panic as they said, I knew it. You come to get information, you are a spy, capture him now. The guards had gotten into a fighting position as they placed the spears toward Goku's stomach. The guard began to attack Goku, swinging uncontrollable as they would fail to hit Goku every time. Goku shouted, all I want is direction to Satan City, I don't want to cause problems. The guard refuses to believe as they continue to attack Goku. Goku realized that his words weren't working. Effortlessly he blew them away with the force of his ki. The fight had caused a lot of commotion, alerting Asuma, a top jonin of the village hidden behind the leaves. Our story continues with Asuma arriving at the main gate only to witness the guards fighting an unknown assailant. Asuma was amazed as to how this unknown person was able to evade all the guards' attacks so easily. After a full minute of observing, he said, what's going on here? It took a while for the guards to come to their senses, but after realizing that it was Asuma, one of the guards quickly dropped to his knees and spoke. Asuma-sensei, this spy tried to force himself in the village. We tried to stop him, but he possessed great skills. Even after all 5 of us attacked him, we weren't able to lay a single hit on him, but now that you're here, this guy's is done for. Asuma looks at Goku, observing him from head to toe. Asuma was a strong shinobi, and he wasn't the one to underestimate his opponents. Simply by looking at Goku, he could tell that Goku was no ordinary foe. After an intense stare-off, Asuma smiled and said, who sent you? Are you a member of the Akatsuki? Goku, however, just looks on in confusion as he begins to talk to himself. Akatsuki? What is he talking about? I just want to get home. Asuma took Goku's silence as confirmation. He was convinced that Goku was a spy. A look of seriousness fell on his face. He was planning on capturing Goku for questioning. With his mind made up, he spoke. I have to admit that you do look strong and your chakra is a strange one, but here in this village spies don't live for very long. No, wait, said Goku, but after being in countless fights and after seeing the expression on Asuma's face, it was clear to Goku that this guy wasn't feeling very chatty. Asuma responded by saying, no need to try and talk yourself out of this, let's see how strong a member of the Akatsuki is. With a loud noise, Goku's stomach starts to rumble. After the day he had, Goku had completely forgotten his quest for food. I know this is not the moment for this, but do you have anything to eat first? I'm starving. Asuma, however, looked at Goku and spoke. Are you seriously underestimating me? Is this how the Akatsuki function? Okay, how about this, if you somehow manage to defeat me, I'll give you something to eat. Goku was the happiest guy alive, with a face so sweet he spoke. Seriously? Yep, but don't think you lasted 10 seconds against me. Gripping his chakra blade, at full speed, he charged at Goku. Asuma was correct, it did over in less than 10 seconds with Goku's feet planted in his face. Don't forget that promise, said Goku. The guards were baffled as to what they had just witnessed. So much that one of them spoke. Asuma-sensei was defeated that easily. Who is this guy? A few minutes pass and we can see Asuma keeping his word by treating Goku to a meal. But he soon realized that he had made a mistake by telling Goku that he should eat as much as he could. Goku was starting to clean the entire restaurant out of food. Not wanting to go back on his words, he switched the subject and spoke. Where did you learn Genjutsu? I didn't even notice it until it was too late. Genjutsu? What is that? Is that some kind of delicious food? Said Goku. No, you idiot. The thing you used to defeat me earlier. But before Goku could speak, Kakashi walked into the shop. Asuma, any news from Naruto? Asuma, however, responded by saying, nope, since he left the village with Jiraiya a year ago, he totally forgot us. Asuma laughed as he began to crack a joke. When he's back, he might be stronger than even you, Kakashi. Kakashi, however, looks at Asuma with a sarcastic face and speaks. Little Naruto, are you kidding me? With a glance to the right, he saw Goku stuffing his face with food. Who is your new friend? Said Kakashi. Goku didn't pay them any mind as he was too busy eating and ordering more food. Asuma didn't seem to realize the enormous death that Goku was currently putting him in, so he proceeded to talk to Kakashi. I lost to him in a fight and now I'm stuck paying for his food. Wait, it was then Asuma remembered about Goku, but it was too late. Goku had already eaten 3 months' worth of salary. His eyes began to tear up as he couldn't understand how a human was capable of this. Asuma was destroyed as he was the one who was left with paying the bill. On the other hand, Kakashi could be seen talking to Goku. "What's your reason for being in the village and where is your pass?" said Kakashi. Goku, remembering his initial goal, proceeded to explain everything to Kakashi and told him that he was simply trying to find his way back home. "This central city you mentioned, are you talking about Konoha? This is a town that can be found in the center of the map." "Great, where can I find this Konoha?" Kakashi looks at Goku in confusion as he proceeds to tell Goku that they are in Konoha. Goku was confused as he soon realized that he was lost. He began to panic as he remembered that Chi-Chi was waiting for him at home. With no hesitation, Goku jumps up out of his seat. The thought of Chi-Chi yelling at him had gotten him scared. Without saying thank you, he rushed off in hopes of finding Central City. "Wait," said Kakashi, "now that you entered the village, I can't let you leave just like that. If you're confident that you're not a spy working for the Akatsuki, then you wouldn't mind coming with me for questioning, right?" Goku was suspicious, but he knew he didn't have anything to hide, so he accepted Kakashi's request. "Asuma, hurry and inform Lady Tsunade about this incident. I will be taking Goku to Ibiki for further questioning." With that, Asuma set off to the Tsunade's office. A few minutes had passed and Lady Tsunade had got word about the fight that happened between Asuma and Goku. She quickly summoned Asuma to her chambers and proceeded to ask him questions. After she had learned everything from Asuma, she yelled at him and said, "Asuma, how stupid can you be? You let a stranger inside the village without a pass nor my approval. Your irresponsible action could have put the entire village in great danger. I expect better from you." Asuma, however, felt guilty as he began to put his head down in sadness. "I'm sorry," he said. "What's done is done," said Tsunade. "Now the question is, were you able to find out if he was a spy?" "Personally, I don't think he is a spy, but as we speak, he is currently being investigated and questioned by Kakashi and Ibiki. Be patient, my lady, we should be getting news from them in a few minutes." Our story continues with both Ibiki and Hiyashi reporting back their findings to Lady Tsunade. Both of them were in shock and did know how to relay the information to her. "My lady," said Ibiki, "I don't believe he's a spy. I even took it a bit further to check if he's being controlled or possibly brainwashed, and it seems that's not the case." After hearing Ibiki's info, Hiyashi realizes that he also found similar findings, so he later backs him up by saying, "Yes, I don't think so either. After analyzing his chakra, and it is massive, undoubtedly the highest chakra point I've ever seen in my year or being alive. He's not being brainwashed because his chakra is regulated and it seems he has control over it. It's quite intriguing. I've never seen one person give off so much power. He has so much chakra that it even forms a coat around him like a protective armor." Lady Tsunade didn't know what to do with this information at first. After seeing their faces, she spoke. "So you're saying he's very powerful, but how much? I need to know if he's a threat to the village. My lady, you may not believe this, heck I can't believe it, and I've seen it for myself. If I have to guess, I would say he's at least 10 times more powerful than the Nine Tails, possibly even more." Both Asuma and Kakashi were stunned out of their minds after hearing the words coming from Hiyashi's mouth. "What?" said Asuma. "Bear with me, but there are more. After looking deeply, I saw that his body can generate more chakra at will. This person is powerful, possibly a god in my opinion. To possess so much power is astonishing. My lady, due to this fact, he might be 20 times more powerful than what I think. My lady, it seems my Byakugan is inferior to him." "That's impossible," said Kakashi. 10 times more power than a tail beast, more importantly the Nine Tails. I simply can't believe this. Just check with your Sharingan, you'll soon accept the truth," said Hiyashi, who could be seen with a look of confusion. "So, to have a chance of beating me, one needs to be 10 times stronger than the Nine Tails." "I thought as much," said Asuma. After listening to Asuma rambling, Kakashi couldn't understand how after being massacred, Asuma can still find ways to glorify himself. Enough talk, said Tsunade. I think I've got enough information on this person. Let him enter. Soon the room got silent as Goku was in. Not knowing what to expect, he spoke. Hey, I'm Goku. Hello, I'm Tsunade. We've talked about you a little, but I'd like to hear your version before I make my decision. Let's start with this. Where are you from? I'm from West City, said Goku. I went to Bulma's house in hopes of her fixing my son's computer. After she said it was finished, I took it up, and the next thing I know, I found myself here, in the vicinity of this town. Meanwhile, Kakashi confirmed Hiyashi's analysis. After using his Sharingan, she soon realized that Hiyashi was telling the truth. It's all true, said Kakashi, but how does one possess so much chakra? My lady, his chakra doesn't feel evil. Hiyashi is right, said Kakashi. I can't seem to sense any murderous intent coming from his chakra. Goku was confused as to everything they were saying. With an inner voice he spoke. What are these strange people doing? I must get home. I have just one more question for you, Mr. Goku. What are your intentions? Said Tsunade. But Goku simply mentioned that he kept telling these people that he just wanted to go home. Hopefully the Akatsuki don't know of his existence, otherwise he would be in great danger, said Tsunade. This is the third time I've heard people mention this Akatsuki. What is that? Backquote, said Goku. Feeling as if Goku isn't a danger, she spoke. The Akatsuki is an evil organization intent on ruling the world. They wore black capes with a red cloud symbol printed on it. Goku smiles as he remembers meeting two people match the description just mentioned. Oh, them, he mentioned. I don't really know them, but I think I met them on the way here. Unable to believe what she had just heard, she stood up impatiently and spoke. You saw them? Then that means they know you exist. You are in danger. The Akatsuki is a terrifying organization made up of exceptional ninjas skilled in the art of ninjutsu, taijutsu and genjutsu, and you are the exact type of people they are looking for. Don't worry, said a confident Goku. I have my few shares of battle and I'm not afraid of them. Our world is dangerous, you might regret it if you underestimate them. Feeling as if he must prove his strength, he spoke. Test me and you'll see that I can handle my own. Fine, said Tsunade. We're going to test you. Kakashi, Hiyashi, go find Guy and tell them to meet up at the Forbidden Forest. Feeling as if Goku reminded her of Naruto, with an inner voice she spoke. He got some nerves, he reminded me of Naruto in a way. A few minutes had passed and they all met up at the Forbidden Forest. Initially it was supposed to be a one-on-one fight, but after sensing their low-level ki, Goku insisted on fighting all three at once. Such arrogance, said Tsunade. These three shinobis are some of the best the village has to offer. You dare mock this village like that. What makes you so confident? Well, I have the ability to sense keys, or chakra as you may call it, and they are quite low. Having a high chakra isn't everything, you know. Skills and experience play a vital role as well as other things. Guys, teach this Goku what it means to be a shinobi. Kakashi, Hiyashi and Guy started to formulate a strategy in hopes of defeating Goku. Seconds later Kakashi spoke. If we're following the plan, everything should be fine. I'm going to watch the fight from here. If there's any major injuries, I'll come to heal you. You can start whenever you want. After both parties decided that they were ready, the fight commenced. The Leaf Ninjas was the one to make the first move. Both Guy and Hiyashi charged in head first with Kakashi in the back for support. Blows after blows were thrown, but none seems to hit Goku. He was easily evading every single strike from the three shinobis. Realizing that their speed was inferior to Goku's, Kakashi jumps back and prepares to launch one of his most powerful fire jutsu. Guy and Hiyashi understood the assignment and they both quickly jumped out of the way. Kaden Gukaku no Jutsu, said Kakashi as he blew a huge ball of fire in the direction of Goku. The blast was massive as the flames could be seen from miles. Goku, feeling as if he didn't need to move, stood still and allowed the blast to hit him dead on. After coming out of the blast unfazed, Goku speaks. It's a very beautiful attack, but it's not powerful enough to hurt me. Prepare yourself, I'm going to attack a little now. With frightening speed, Goku sped off. At the blink of an eye, Guy was struck in the face with only the pressure from Goku's fist sending him flying backward. Guy was not done as he flicked backwards and landed on his feet. Kakashi, Hiashi, let's try plan B as he charges in again. Guy and Hiashi attack Goku relentlessly, not wanting to give Goku a chance to counter. 4 palms, 8 palms, 16 palms, 32 palms, said Hiashi as he relayed a mirage of attacks. Surprisingly, he managed to hit Goku in a critical spot and sent him in the direction of Kakashi, who could be seen charging up his famous Chidori. I'm sending him your way, said Hiashi. It's your turn, Kakashi, said Guy. Both fighters had created the perfect combo to use against Goku. I'm ready, said Kakashi as he charges in at Goku, delivering a lightning blade to the stomach of Goku. Preparing to finish his combo attack, he jumped in the sky and was about to finish Goku by delivering a full-powered Chidori which had sent Goku crashing to the ground. Everyone thought that the fight was over as they began to stand up proudly. Seconds later, they heard a familiar voice speak. They're better organized than I thought, as he jumped up from the ground unfazed and undamaged. You guys are not bad at all, he said. Even if we were expecting it, it's still impressive. Feeling as if they have no choice but to go all out. Everyone quickly transitioned into using their most powerful jutsu. Byakugan, said Hiashi as his eyes popped with veins. 7 gates of wonder, open, said a flustered Guy. Not wanting to be outdone, Kakashi activates his Sharingan. The stage was set and the final battle was about to start. Your ki increases a little and your speed as well. Guy's speed was insane as he was moving so fast that he left an after image in hopes of confusing Goku. To an average human this was godlike, but Goku was not ordinary, nor was he human. Easily he caught Guy with an uppercut to the chin, stopping him in his tracks. Moments after, Kakashi and Hiashi charge in at Goku, while Guy fires a round of rapid fireball down at Goku, who completely withstood it all. As the smoke cleared, Goku could be seen smiling. Not bad, said Goku, but you should give up. We knew you would be hurt. My attack was just a decoy. The real question is, without your chakra shield, what are you going to do? Hiashi had gotten Goku to stand in his radius circle. With frightening speed he attacks. Hake Rokujuinsho, said Hiashi as he delivered multiple blows to Goku's body. 4 palms, 8 palms, 16 palms, 32 palms, 64 palms, 128 palms. Guy then follows up with a combo of his own. Leaf Wind Hurricane as Goku was sent flying. Feeling as if Goku was finished, Lady Tsunade spoke. You didn't get me, stranger, when I was talking about the dangerousness of this world. What he failed to realize is that it's not our power that makes us dangerous, but it's our strategy and adaptation faculties. I should have chosen a less efficient team. Everything happened exactly as we planned, said Kakashi, who could be seen with a pleased face. Thanks to Hiashi's Byakugan, we have been able to confirm that this area hasn't gotten any chakra. But before he could finish, Goku bust out his Super Saiyan form before powering back down to base. Impossible, he shouldn't have any chakra left, said Kakashi as they all try to withstand the force of Goku's ki. Our story continues with Kakashi, Hiashi and Guy all stunned out of their minds. They expected Goku to be strong, but they couldn't believe that he possessed this level of strength. After they have shown their trump card and had successfully landed their best techniques on Goku, he still manages to come out unfazed. Impossible, said Kakashi. He shouldn't have any chakra left. They all tried to withstand the force of Goku's ki, but it was too much for them to bear. From the smoke, Goku could be seen smiling. After he had confirmed his suspicions, he spoke. I see, so you have the ability to block the natural flow of ki. How interesting. When you attacked me earlier, I instantly realized that I couldn't generate ki in some parts of my body. It felt as if it was blocked or cut off. I wanted to see if I was right, so I voluntarily took your attack, just to test my theory. I'm sorry, my friend, but you're just up against the wrong opponent. Who is this guy? Said Hiashi as he was the most shocked of the three. He has been taught his entire life that once a person has been hit with an attack from the 8 trigrams palms technique, all the user's access to chakra will diminish. But after seeing Goku withstand every single blow and still hadn't taken damage, his confidence started to waver a bit. "Guy, move away, we're proceeding to Plan C. Enough talk," said Goku. "Now I'm going to show you a fraction of my abilities." With speed unseen to the Shinobi world, Goku charges in at the ninjas. His first target was Hiashi as he breezed past Kakashi undetected and delivered a rock-solid push to his abdomen, sending the elder fly in the opposite direction. Seconds later, Guy charged in hopes to catch Goku off guard. He spoke. "This twister shall keeps him at bay, while I work out a new strategy." Suddenly at the blink of an eye his foot was grabbed by Goku, who had swung him over his head like a bat, sending him crashing to the ground. After all two shinobi were down, he turned to Kakashi and spoke. "You're the last one," before firing a ki blast directly at Kakashi. Feeling as if he had proven his skills, he turned to Tsunade, who was quietly observing from the contour of a tree, and spoke. "As you can see, I've defeated your famous warriors, so now you believe me when I say I can hold my own." Tsunade was still upset with the outcome, but after witnessing Goku's skills firsthand she spoke. "He's a real fighting genius." Suddenly, Goku could feel his entire body being pulled toward something. After he raised his head, he saw that it was Kakashi, the man he thought was finished. Apparently, Kakashi had one final trump card left and he was betting everything on this one last move. With a loud shout, we can hear this one famous word. Kamui, he intended to trap Goku in his pocket dimension. His effort was valiant, he thought that this technique would work, but Goku was too strong. He was starting to resist Kakashi's Kamui, something that has not been done before to date. After a full 30 seconds of trying to trap Goku, his chakra burns out. Goku was too strong, he felt as if he was transporting an entire village. Realizing that he had nothing left, he gave up. "I don't have the strength to continue," said a tired Kakashi. "You won, we gave up." The battle had continued longer than expected, and by the time it finished, it was already midnight. At a place located far beyond any village, the Akatsuki had just finished their meeting and they all agreed to meet up in 2 months. As they all were about to leave, Kakazu had stopped Itachi, hoping to ask him a question. Ever since he saw Goku that one time, the encounter remained in his mind. Feeling bothered, he had to clarify something with Itachi. "Itachi, wait," said Kakuzu. "I must ask you some." "Out with it," said Itachi, who was in no mood to talk at the time, but after seeing how troubled Kakuzu looked, he indulged him. "Out of all of the Akatsuki members, you are the most skilled at Genjutsu. I slipped through one case not long ago and I need your point of view on the matter." "Well, I'm listening," said an impatient Itachi. After that, Kakuzu starts telling Itachi about this mysterious man and both his and Hidan's entire encounter with him. After a long talk, Itachi's interest peaked. "How interesting," he said before then spoke. "This all indicates that it isn't Genjutsu." On the other hand, Kisame was so convinced of Kakuzu's story. "Why are you looking for excuses?" said Kisame. "You just weren't able to recognize it as a cage bunching." Hidan was angry and he was ready to confront Kisame, but he was later told to calm down by Kakuzu, who was more focused on the mysterious man he met. Suddenly Itachi spoke. "It intrigues me, I think I'm going to investigate this strange man and his strange jutsu." "Certainly not," said Pain, who overheard the conversation and was listening attentively. "You're not going to stop the Akatsuki's funds over a futile problem. It's imperative we complete our objectives." "Aren't you interested?" said Itachi. A man who was able to best both Kakuzu and Hidan is in the land of fire as we speak. For him to do that, this means that he possessed an enormous amount of chakra. I believe that it's in our best interest if we track him down. He could be a great asset to the team, or we could simply extract his chakra and feed it to the statue. If you let me find him, Kisame along with myself will triple next month's quota." Pain was a little intrigued. He had never seen Itachi so interested in something before. "Okay, fine," said Pain. "I'll give you 2 weeks and not a day longer." Not much longer, Itachi and Kisame head out in search of Goku. Meanwhile, back at the village, we could see Lady Tsunade talking to Goku as she had discovered something important. "Goku, I don't think you are from this world," said Tsunade. Goku was confused for a bit, but he still wanted to ask. "So you're saying I can't go home? Kakashi, you've recently gained the Mangekyu, can't you send him home with a space-temporal jutsu?" "No, I can't," said Kakashi. "That level of master is way beyond my current capabilities." It was at that, Lady Tsunade suddenly remembered that Jiraiya knows a jutsu that allows him to hide in another dimension and return from it when he pleases. "He'll be a much greater help than us." Later that day, Goku was ready to head out, but before he had left, Lady Tsunade gave Goku a photo of Jiraiya and told him where he could be found. Suddenly a mystery person from the shadow spoke. "So a being more powerful than Kyuubi, you say? And Tsunade is just letting him leave, just like that. How interesting. I must get my hands on this jutsu. With his jutsu added to my own, I'll be sure able to overthrow Tsunade and become the leader this village needs." Things are about to take an unexpected turn and Mother Fate is on my side. Our story continues with both Itachi and Kisame entering the Land of Fire in hopes of finding Goku. 4 days have passed out of the initial 7 days that they were given by Pain, and they still haven't managed to find nor heard a single news of this mysterious person that Hidan and Kakuzu had mentioned. The clock was ticking profusely and their deadline to find their target draws near. It was around 12 o'clock midday when Kisame insisted for them to take a break. During that time, Kisame had taken the opportunity to voice his thoughts. With a rigid voice, he spoke. "Itachi, it's time you come to terms with the facts. This guy doesn't exist. It's been 4 days and we still haven't managed to locate a single trace of him. We haven't even gotten any piece of intel on him, nor has anyone in this village." "You mustn't be so impatient," said Itachi. "We'll find him in due time." Kisame was struggling to understand Itachi's reasons. He had never seen Itachi so focused on a person that may not exist. He was immediately intrigued and he wished to see this all the way to the end. Let's say for a second that this man existed. He has to be part of a secret organization or unit sent out by the Leaf Village. Think about it, he covers his tracks too well to be working alone. You could be right, but my curiosity has piqued. Furthermore, Kakuzu isn't a person who would lie to me. Okay, Itachi, I'll indulge in this endeavor of yours, but you're dreaming if you think he's just going to fall out of the sky in our laps, and to make matters worse, we'll have to stop searching in 3 days or else Pain will come looking for us. In mid-conversation, Kisame was forced to cut his speech short. Suddenly both him and Itachi could sense a massive amount of chakra traveling at great speed just above their heads. "Did you feel that, Itachi?" said Kisame as they looked up in the direction where the chakra was concentrated. "I don't believe, is a person flying. I've never seen nor felt anything like this." "Itachi, would you say that he is our target?" "I believe so. It appears that Kakuzu wasn't exaggerating. This guy is strong. By simply analyzing his body, I can tell that he has at least 2 times the amount of chakra we both have put together. He's not going to be easy to bring in alive." "Don't read too much into it," said Kisame. "One can say that Lady Luck is on our side today. For this guy to just appear when he did is a godsend. I won't let this God-given opportunity pass us by." With a technique familiar to the Naruto world, Kisame had performed a summoning jutsu, creating a water-style shark in the process. His motive was to get the attention of Goku, so he only sent the sharks to attack Goku mid-air. Meanwhile, Goku was on his way to find Jiraiya. He was carefully following the direction that Lady Tsunade had given him. He couldn't use instant transportation as he had no idea of who or what he was searching for, so his only option was to travel the old-fashioned way. Suddenly he felt a ball of concentrated ki coming in his direction. After he had easily dodged it, he decided that it's best to fly down and check it out. "What's your problem? Don't you know it's bad matters too?" Before he could even finish his sentence, he immediately recognized the coats that Itachi and Kisame were wearing. With an inside voice he thought to himself, "A black coat and a red cloud. No doubt, these two are members of the Akatsuki. So that's him," said Kisame. "I must say, chakra aside, he doesn't look that strong to me." Foolish Kisame, you mustn't underestimate him. You're too quick to judge. Remember, we don't know any of his abilities yet. Since you are so eager to fight him, then be my guess, I'll stay back and analyze his jutsu with my Sharingan. You're very cruel, sending me out as a test subject just so you can see how he fights. I like it. With an impatient grin on his face, he spoke. I'm Hoshigaki Kisame, and my friend over there is Itachi. It's a pleasure to meet you. You see, we're currently in search of new members at the moment and we feel you match the criteria. Come along quietly or we will be forced to bring you in, dead or alive. Goku was stunned for a moment. He didn't know if he was being threatened or being recruited. You can't be serious, said Goku. Is this any way to ask for help? Sorry, but I don't have time to waste with bad people. Seconds after, Goku fires off a single ki blast at Kisame, hoping that it would be enough to deal with him, but he was surprised that his blast had been eaten. After having his fair share of battles, Kisame was on guard. With quick response, he had allowed his weapon Samahata to absorb Goku's ki blast. With a face pack with confidence he spoke. You won't get past me so easily, my friend. Anyways, thanks for the dinner, both me and Samahata greatly appreciate it. Without hesitation, Kisame charged in as Goku preparing to take more of his ki. His speed was decent, but it wasn't any trouble for Goku. With a slight move to the right, Goku effortlessly dodged Kisame's attack. Impressive, said Itachi. He is extremely fast and agile, he must be skilled at taijutsu. I must analyze his abilities further. Meanwhile, back on the battleground, Kisame was shocked to see that Goku had dodged his attack. With a troubled expression, he spoke. Not bad if all you know is how to run away. But at the speed of light, Goku vanished before Kisame's eye. He didn't feel like having a conversation with Kisame, so fires off another ki blast in his direction, only this time the blast had a little more power added to its core. Only Itachi was aware of Goku's location. After realizing that Kisame was about to get hit, he shouted, "You idiot, look behind you." Luckily, Kisame was able to turn in time to see the blast coming towards him, and just like before, Samahata once again absorbed Goku's ki. So I wasn't just seeing things after all, said Goku. That sword of his really did absorb my ki, and it increases his strength similar to my Kaioken, only it's on a much weaker scale. Kisame was beginning to get excited. He had never seen Samahata take a liking to such chakra before. Seconds later, the sun had come down, signaling that it was about to get dark. Feeling as if he had wasted enough time on those two, he put his hand together preparing to launch his signature move at Kisame. Goku was planning on ending the fight in one move, so he decided to give Kisame a taste of his Kamehameha. However, Itachi was no fool. He could feel the enormous amount of chakra that Goku was building up. This is not normal, said Itachi. Kisame, look out. I don't think Samahata can absorb this. What are you talking about, Itachi? This is no problem. With that, Kisame raises Samahata in hopes of blocking Goku's attack as he previously did before. With a loud shout, he spoke. Samahata, take all his chakra. At that moment he knew he fucked up. At point-blank range, Goku's Kamehameha had blasted a huge hole through both Samahata and Kisame, killing them in the process. Kisame was down for the count. His body was laid out on the ground with a huge hole in the middle of his chest. Blood gushed from his mouth and body. To everyone there, Kisame was dead. Goku was a menace. With no form of remorse, he turned to Itachi and spoke. For your information, I can destroy this planet if I so desire. Our level of difference is too high. Stop the massacres and leave me be, or you'll suffer the same fate as your friend. I didn't want to do this, said Goku, but you left me no choice. After a full minute had passed, the surrounding was quiet. The sky turned pitch black as the wind blew silently. Suddenly the tension was broken by Itachi. Kisame, you fool. You didn't listen. I told you to take the fight seriously, but you didn't, and now you have paid the ultimate price. A trace of remorse started to flash within Itachi's eyes. His Sharingan lit up as it shines a gleaming light, signaling that a fight was inevitable. However, to Itachi's surprise, a soft, injured voice spoke from the same corpse that was previously believed to be dead. Don't bury me so fast. I won't be killed that easily, said Kisame. Goku was stunned. The man he thought to be dead had risen once more. "He's alive. What's going on here?" said Goku. "I watch him die, so how can he be standing there? These so-called ninjas and their tricks, how troublesome." "Itachi," shouted an angry Kisame, "are you trying to see me get killed? If you sensed that his attack was that powerful, why didn't you use your Genjutsu on him? If I had died, then there's no way you can reach this month quota. Regardless of how strong you are, you can't do it all by yourself." "What for?" said Itachi. "Why should I intervene? If I remember correctly, you said you've got this. Furthermore, the last time I intervened in one of your fights, you made it quite clear that you didn't need my assistance." Kisame was upset, but that didn't cover up the fact that his facial expression shows how badly injured he was. With a trace of regret, he spoke. "If it wasn't for my regenerative capabilities, I would have been a goner for sure." While looking at the huge wound in the middle of his chest, he turned to Itachi and spoke. "Need I remind you that you're the one who insisted on locating this guy?" With a face so serious, Itachi stood forth, both calm and collective as he stared down Kisame. After a full 5 minutes of nothing but arguing, they remembered their previous goal. With the look of business in his eyes, Itachi spoke. "This isn't the time for us to be arguing. It's imperative that we stay focused on the task at hand. Now that I have your attention, after fighting him, what are your thoughts and impressions of this fighter? While you both were in full combat, I managed to gather some info based on his fighting style, but I'd like to compare your analysis with mine." Wasting no time, Kisame began to relay the information to Itachi by stating that he believed that Goku has at least twice the amount of chakra than both of them combined, if not more. Kisame goes on to further state that with the huge amount of chakra that Goku possesses, he tends to be a bit wasteful. It's as if he believes that his chakra won't run out. That wasn't the only thing Kisame had managed to deduce. He also stated that Goku must be proficient in the art of taijutsu due to his abnormal body muscles and overwhelming speed. "Itachi," said Kisame, "this guy is very confident in his strength and he isn't afraid of conflict. His outfit has a conspicuous color and he isn't trying to go unnoticed." To the left of Goku, Itachi was listening keenly. He also had come to the same conclusion. Subconsciously, he thought to himself, "With the speed this guy have shown, he could stop us at any time, so why hasn't he made a move yet? We must try to finish this quickly before he gets accustomed to our abilities." On the other hand, Goku was watching them both struggling to formulate a plan. He had decided not to attack as he wanted to see what action they would take next. Goku was intrigued and his interest was at its peak. Not remembering his initial goal to find Jiraiya, he simply stood and observed the scene. "Look at his overconfident face," said Itachi. "It's as if he doesn't care about information being exchanged about him." "So that's how it is," said Kisame. In his mind, he's already convinced himself that he would be about to counter anything we managed to come up with. This guy really underestimated us. Suddenly the sky began to darken. The clouds spread out fast as a bolt of lightning dropped to the earth. Itachi then looked Goku straight in the eyes and spoke. "Stranger," he calls out, "today, you will learn not to underestimate your opponents." Itachi's eyes glistened red. His Sharingan was now fully activated. It was as if he was looking directly at Goku's soul. "You better be ready, because now the real fight begins." With not even a moment to react, Goku's mind was trapped in Itachi's Genjutsu. To Goku, it felt instant. He had no time to prepare himself. The earth was completely covered in darkness with nothing to be seen in miles. He looks around with nothing in sight. Suddenly, he began to see all the enemies that he had fought in the past. Frieza was the first villain to appear, followed by Cell then Majin Buu. Despite all of this, it appears that Goku wasn't fazed. With a face ever so calm, he spoke. "This is definitely a Genjutsu. How unfortunate for you bastards." A look of confidence started to appear on the Saiyan's face as he soon then began to speak. "If you people had met me before I had the chance to speak with Lady Tsunade, then this trick might have worked, even though I still think I would be able to break free. But unfortunately for you, I've spent a whole week in Konoha, and during that time, Lady Tsunade had taught me a special trick on how to counter Genjutsu. Goku's plan was to inflict self-harm, and with that plan in mind, he began to punch himself in the face numerous times. However, what he didn't know was that Itachi wasn't your average Genjutsu user. He was the best in the anime, therefore simply harming yourself wasn't enough to break free, which Goku later realized. "I thought this would work," said Goku. "What can I do now? I guess I have to try the old-fashioned way." Since Goku couldn't perform hand signs, he developed his own method of breaking free simply by raising his ki to a high enough input, which will then cause a massive strain on the user. This sudden increase in power had forced Itachi in a corner. If Itachi didn't break his Genjutsu, then his chakra would be completely drained. The amount of chakra it would have taken to maintain his Genjutsu wasn't worth the risk, so he had no choice but to break it. The first plan has failed, now it was time for plan B. After breaking free, a trace of confidence and pleasure could be seen imprinted on Goku's face. Not even a second after breaking free, his entire body was engulfed in a huge ocean of water. Kisame had seen the opportunity that Itachi had left him, and he decided to take it. Similar to everyone watching this episode at home, Goku was just as stunned as you guys are. "I'm underwater," said Goku. "How is this even possible?" Goku was very surprised by this. At first, he was confused as to how he had found himself in this predicament. However, he realizes that the Genjutsu was simply a means to an end, a distraction that would give Kisame an opening to drown him while he was stuck in the Itachi's Genjutsu. Not only was Goku surprised, he's actually kind of impressed by the tactical thought that was put into this. "You bastards knew that this level of technique wouldn't be able to hold me, so you had a counter ready from the start. I must say, not bad for a bunch of weaklings." Goku was drowning that the battle was too good for him to die just yet. He was mesmerized by Itachi and Kisame's countless abilities.